Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your 6-month eclipse reading. The reason why I'm doing this reading for 6 months is because that's approximately how long eclipse season will last. It began with the new moon in Aquarius on February 17th, which was a solar eclipse. It's going to go full circle until we have the full moon in Aquarius on July 29th. And then about a week later, we have the final solar eclipse of the season with the new moon in Leo on August 12th. So when we have an eclipse of this magnitude, several eclipses, solar and lunar, particularly along the way, three super new moons, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer in a row. There's just a lot of energy coming towards us. And with all of those radical changes, typically what happens is something exits our life. Situation, environment, connection, even maybe a pattern within ourselves. And when we create that energetic space, it allows for something new to come in. So today we're going to take a look at what may be exiting and then the opportunities for what may be entering your life during this 6-month period. You know the drill. It's a collective general reading. As the messages come through, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's someone else's. Also, be sure to check out your other placements, and if you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Aquarius collective now for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the 6-month eclipse message here? Did I say Aquarius? I meant Sagittarius. For the Sagittarius collective. What is the 6-month eclipse message for the Sagittarius collective? Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. And we'll take the top 3 cards here from this deck. You have Dragonfly Spirit, Truth Transcends Illusion, card number 22. You also have Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery, card number 8. Some of you could be a life path 8. And then you have Wombat Spirit, Be at Home, card number 68. And at the bottom of the deck, my dear, you have Hummingbird Spirit, Be Here Now, card number 34. All right, let's clarify this here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. We are clarifying Dragonfly Spirit, Truth Transcends Illusion, card number 22. Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery, card number 8. Wombat Spirit, Be at Home, card number 68 for the Sagittarius collective for the next 6 months. Why is this their eclipse message? Okay, one more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Celestial Weaver card. Your deck is the only deck I have that has the Celestial Weaver card as well as the Phoenix card. The 2 of Wands, clarified by the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Cups, clarified by the Lovers. The Celestial Weaver card, clarified here by the 10 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Strength. We have 9 of Cups. And we have the Emperor. Oh, that's beautiful energy. King of Cups, 3 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Obviously, we're going to clarify this more right in a second. But I feel this King of Cups to the 8 of Cups is the, 3 of Swords here. I feel like this is the situation, environment, or connection, or again, maybe a pattern within yourself that is exiting. And if this person has already exited your life, then what could be exiting are all of those hurtful emotions or the raw wound that was created with whatever they did to you. So that could be exiting as well, meaning the pain. So let's see where we go with this reading. We're going to clarify this now with the After Tarot deck. The cards in this deck have slightly different images and meanings, and we'll go through them as necessary for your reading. Clarify this here for the Sagittarius collective, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. We are clarifying 2 of Wands, 5 of Cups, the Celestial Weaver, 5 of Swords, the Lovers, and the 10 of Wands. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. The 2 of Wands is clarified by the Page of Swords. The 5 of Cups is clarified by the King of Cups. I knew it. The Celestial Weaver is clarified by the 6 of Wands. Best decision you'll ever make. Maybe you're not seeing it now, or you won't see it then when you're actually departing from whomever this is. But in the long run, you're coming back home to yourself, Sagittarius, by doing this. Okay? 5 of Swords, clarified by the Hermit. The Lovers, clarified by the King of Pentacles. Very nice. I hate to say one's being replaced with the other, but that appears to be what is happening here. 10 of Wands is clarified by the 4 of Wands. Hot damn. Bottom of the deck, you have 3 of Swords, and that's the heart that is mending. We're going to clarify this further. But Sagittarius, if you have already left behind whoever this King/Queen of Cups is, I don't read body parts. If you've been here before, it's all energy to me. 5 of Cups to the King of Cups is giving me the feeling of someone who's not very emotionally expressive. This is not someone who tells you how they feel or how they, what they think. This is not someone who knows how to show love. this is someone who has a difficult time loving themselves. And I don't know what this represents for you. A shadow aspect of yourself, although I'm not seeing that here, but it could be for one of you watching. For whatever reason, you came to a place in your life where you lost your self-worth, you lost your self-value, and as a result, you began to love yourself less. In that respect, that is exiting your life over the course of the next 6 months, meaning you will begin to love yourself more. And we see that here with the Nine of Cups to the Emperor. For others of you, this is an actual individual. And I don't know where you are on the Sagittarius timeline. This person may have already exited your life. For others of you, you are in the process of disengaging from this individual. But the same holds true. Even if this person has the capability to have a high level of respect or love or admiration for you or for anyone, they have a difficult time expressing it. This is someone who's very emotionally turbulent. They have very high days. They have very, very low days. And I feel like for the longest time, it was a mystery to you why this person behaved this way. I don't think this person was only this way to you. This seems to be something, I almost want to say like DNA. Like this is, I don't mean to laugh at the crosswatcher. And I'm not crosswatcher friendly. I've said that before. This seems to be someone who is not in touch with their emotions. They could have some... I don't know how to word this, mental health issues from one of you watching. And this is someone who knows how to also use someone else's emotions for them against them, right? So this is the boss if they think you're crushing on them or you really love your job. They know how to manipulate your want, need, or desire for them or your job and use it against you to get you, like, for example, work overtime without paying you for it. Friend, family member, lover, same thing. They know how to use your love, respect, admiration, or affection for them against you to keep you stuck, to keep you hooked, or to continually get away with something in the connection. So if it's an aspect within yourself over the 6-month period, it looks like you're healing it. So bravo to you. If this is an internal wound to you that was caused by this individual, it appears that the wound itself is healing. So the pain is exiting. The trauma is exiting. The resentment is exiting. And yeah, I have a group of you where this person's still in your life, but I don't believe they will be there by the time we get to that new moon in Leo solar eclipse on August 12th. All right, let's clarify the Two of Wands. Interesting, we have the Two of Wands to the Page of Swords. Truth transcends illusion. Again, I don't know which group you're in. If this person has already exited your life, you could be still trying to discover the truth because this person still remains a mystery to you about why they made the choices that they made, why they chose to treat you the way they treated you. If this person's currently in your life, Two of Wands to the Page of Swords, you're trying to figure out whether or not you should continue engaging with this individual, friend, family member, lover, or whether you should continue existing at the job. And for others of you where this is internal to you, I think you're just trying to get some clarity here on the best way to move forward on how you can heal your heart. Because again, this person is in your past, but they still left, there's still like a raw wound there within you because of what they did to you. So tell me more about the Two of Wands. All of you are at the crossroads. And this reading is about you, not about them. Because again, either what they did to you or they themselves are exiting your life. So let's just focus on you. Two of Wands here for Sagittarius. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Wands is clarified by the Five of Wands. That's that internal conflict. The Seven of Wands and the Hangman. So that appears to be what you're doing regardless of who this person is or whether they're still in your life, exited or on the way to exiting. The feeling here seems to be, I'm really trying to understand from a different perspective why they did what they did. It seems to be like an unsolved mystery, if you will, to you. And if the person's still in your life, you are going within and trying to find the answers about should you continue engaging with them or should you move in a new direction. Clarify the Page of Swords, because that page seems small, but he is quite mighty, or it could be she. Again, I don't read body parts. But it's quite mighty because they hold the sword of truth. And it is the only page in tarot who holds the sword of truth. So even though they might seem to be a beginner or inexperienced, or they're exploring their feelings for the first time, or it's new territory when it comes to something that they're trying to gain knowledge on, they still wield the most powerful sword in tarot. And, you know, in some cards, and especially in the After Tarot deck, the sword is quite large in comparison to the individual who is holding it. So you are, the truth here is transcending the illusion when it comes to this person or why they behaved the way they did. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Page of Swords is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, and the Six of Cups. This is you, again, Three of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. But in the After Tarot deck, the swords are out of the heart. Okay, the heart is bending. So again, regardless of where you are on the timeline, you are doing a review of this soul bond connection. It's almost like you're going back to the earlier days, like, you know, the innocence in your mind, right, with these two pages. How it all began. What did I miss? And again, I think you're just looking for the truth. Where did it go wrong? You know, why didn't I see it? Or why didn't I speak up sooner? be gentle with yourself during this process, okay? This person was part of your life's journey for a reason, right? There was something here that you had to learn from them. So be gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself when you're reviewing, oh God, what did I miss? When did it go wrong? Why didn't I see that? Why didn't I speak up? Just know that you're exactly where you need to be, okay? If you want to try understanding the lesson, that's great. Please spend all the time you need to do that. But I wouldn't spend any more than 5 minutes trying to blame yourself for this person's behavior or why you didn't see it sooner, or questioning your intuition or yourself about why you didn't act on any red flags that were showing up in whatever connection this is to you. Okay, the good news here is that you are healing and you're moving on from what appears to be an emotionally deceptive energy. Five of Swords to the Hermit. Again, I'm not going to clarify that because I don't want to reiterate the message. But again, this is you going within and looking at the conflict that you had with this person. And I feel it more than anything. I'm not saying they didn't do anything physically to you, but this seems to be more about words, things that they said, how they said it. Again, cold, calculating, dismissive, cold. I keep hearing cold. And a lot of you are trying to figure out why would I have even put up with that for as long as I did? But again, be gentle with yourself during this 6-month process. Five of Cups to the King of Cups. I'm not going to clarify this person because I don't want them to eat up any more of your energy or my energy. We have a good idea of who they are at this point in the reading. And if you don't, it's just not your reading. Don't force the message. Check another placement. But I want to focus more on you, the Lovers and the King of Pentacles, because this seems to be, quote unquote, the replacement. This is the better boss. This is the better friend. This is the better romantic partner. And that's what I want to focus on here for you. Let's clarify that Lovers card. Because again, it will be a choice of yours to engage with this individual when they appear on the scene here in your life. And for some of you, maybe you already are in a new connection. But over the course of the next 6 months, maybe there are some new things here being triggered for you in this connection that may remind you of the past connection. Now, I'm not saying this person is just like that person, but sometimes even the pettiest of disagreements could reopen a wound that's not fully healed. And in that respect, you might be watching this reading and saying, but I'm in a new happy relationship. I left that jerk in the past. Okay, but there still could be a thing or two here that happens over the course of the 6-month period. It's just kind of Spirit's way of saying, kind of knock, knock, Sag, let's heal this wound that this person caused you. Okay, so you could still find yourself reviewing a little bit of their past actions. Clarify the Lovers here. This is the ultimate choice card in tarot. So you, like I said, you will have a choice to engage or to continue with this individual. For those of you where it is someone who's brand new in your life at this time. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Lovers is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the High Priestess, bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. Yeah, I feel that this is without a doubt the X. Whatever that X is to you, friend, family member, lover, could be a boss. There's no doubt about it. If this is a boss, this is someone who may give you a substantial amount of freedom with your job, like work at home, very open to your creative ideas, very passionate about the industry that they're in, that you're in, very excited to hire you. They're being led by their intuition to provide you with this job opportunity. If this is like a new friend here on the scene, this is someone that you have a lot of things in common with. It's a very lighthearted energy. You'll find them to be a very spiritual individual. This gives me the feeling of almost finishing one another's sentences. Very much in sync, a very grounded, sensible individual. This person could also own property. If this is a love partner, this is someone that you are highly, highly, highly attracted to, and they are highly, highly, highly attracted to you. They are financially stable. They're a passionate lover in the bedroom. They are highly intuitive, although they may never want to admit it. I don't know why I just got that message. They are, but they wouldn't want to admit it. It could have something to do with their upbringing. This is someone who's looking for a life partner. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. There you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. Because the king, if you will, has already shown up as the dominating force in this connection. Again, whether it's your past person or someone who's exiting here. And when I say past person, again, it doesn't have to be a lover. Could be a boss or a friend. Could be your landlord, for all I know. And this is the landlord that you're desiring. Someone who really maintains the property well and is fair with you when you have maintenance requests and stuff like that. Yeah, this is without a doubt a new soulmate here on your path, Sagittarius. And for those of you where it's love, Emperor to the Empress here in the same deck. When I see them from the two separate decks, I'm like, I don't always see that as a compatible match. I think it was the Taurus reading that I said that to. You may have thought that this person was your match, but you're coming out here consistently in two different decks. But in your reading, you're both from the same deck, almost like cut from the same cloth, if you will. Celestial Weaver to the Six of Wands. And then the Ten of Wands to the Four of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely creating, that Celestial Weaver card talks about you are weaving, right? Like a new chapter of your life. You're working in concert with the divine to do this. Some of you could be relocating as a result of what has occurred here with this individual, or, you know, what is currently occurring with them. So this could be someone new, the new boss, the new friend, the new lover, that when you relocate that over the course of next 6 months, or you make plans in the next 6 months to do that later in the year, this very well then could be the individual who's on your path now. Again, there's an energetic clearing of a emotionally manipulative energy in your life, and it is being replaced by someone who is solid and sensible, passionate and exciting. And intuitive, although for some of you, this person, for whatever reason, does not want to admit it. I don't know why that is. Celestial Weaver. Tell me about the Celestial Weaver, this new chapter. You're coming home to yourself, without a doubt. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Celestial Weaver card, clarified by the Four of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Chariot. It's like finding yourself after a long time. I think a lot of you lost yourselves at this job, with this friend. Could be a friend group, construct of a family, or with this love partner. I think you lost a part of yourself. And this seems to be, to me, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Chariot. It's like, while I'm creating this new chapter of my life, it's almost like you are rediscovering aspects of yourself that you've forgotten. For some of you with that, I'm telling you, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, you got a new person here. But anyway, I'm getting this feeling here of like the spark of that childhood wonder-like being restored to the Sagittarius collective in this new chapter. It's a really nice energy. Six of Wands. Tell me about the Six of Wands here, this victory, this success. It actually does look like a homecoming. So even, you know, whether or not you are physically relocating, that most certainly is someone who's coming back from the battle and being championed or heralded, right, by the public. Now, that could be your friends and your family, or maybe even your partner rejoicing that you left the toxic job, or this toxic friend or family member or lover. For others of you, this could be your spirit guides celebrating that you have finally returned home to yourself. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Six of Wands is clarified by the Five of Cups, or for some of you, it's the new soulmate here that's on path, because you're looking right at them. In the After Tarot deck, the individual is no longer faced by the Three Cups that have passed. They have healed that aspect of themselves. So again, if this was a part of you within you, you're definitely healing this self-worth wound. There could be someone here then that is helping you with that, like a friend or a counselor or a guide of some kind, like a mentor. Sometimes the King of Pentacles could be seen as a mentor, especially right next to that Hermit card. For others of you, this is a new love partner. Okay, Five of Cups, Ten of Wands. That burden is now dropped. Oh, Four of Pentacles. Talk about it all being over. In the After Tarot deck, the Four of Pentacles, something that we clung to out of security. Could be like the individual or the job, or the pain or the resentment that we held on to for so long is met by the Grim Reaper. So this is quite the transformative process here for you over the course of next 6 months. Either, like I said, letting go of the individual, or letting go of the pain that they caused you. And this feeling of coming back home to yourself, feeling good in your skin again. It's like restored to you. This is definitely, without a doubt, dropping the burdens. The Ten of Wands is the burden. This has been quite the road for you to regain your stability after what has happened here with this individual. And then in the Ten of Wands, all you are doing is holding the Ace of Wands, the new opportunity. Like I said, for many of you, being brought into your life via this individual. I want to clarify this. Strength, the Nine of Cups, and the Emperor. I think this is the same person. I think this is the same person. And I'm noticing this card here. It says, be here now. I think it's going to be important that whether you're eclipsing this person or like you already have, that you're really working on mending your heart here with whatever they did, or your pride or your ego, whatever it was here that they wounded for you. Because it'll be very necessary that you are strong and resilient, which I'm not saying that you're not, but I mean in terms of a new connection here in your life, because you'll need to be here now, like exist in the present with this person. And that means not allowing the past to hold you back, or judging this person based on what someone else did to you. Like the minute something goes wrong in this connection, you don't assume that they're just as much of a jerk as the past boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. You know what I mean? Friend, family member, or boss, or again, whoever this was to you. Again, could be your landlord. There's something here about you'll need to exist in the here and now with this person. Tell me about this Emperor energy. Tell me about the Emperor here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Emperor is clarified, Four of Wands. if you're relocating, this is where you're meeting this person. There's no doubt about it. If you're relocating, if you're a single Sagittarius, you're making plans this year to like go away, like you're staying at an Airbnb, right? This would very much be like staying at someone's home, or maybe you're visiting a friend or family member. This is where you're meeting this person. I'm not telling you to spend that money and book that trip. I'm saying if you already have that coming up and you're single, to me, this feels like where you're meeting this person. If this is a boss, this is someone then with that 2 4 of wand cards, you're without a doubt changing career path, or like changing jobs here. And for others of you, this is the ability to be able to work from home. Okay, if this is work related. You have the Wheel of Fortune and you have the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, you have Justice. Wow, talk about karmic justice. I'm almost tempted to see what happens to the individual that you leave behind, although I think we may save that for another reading. I may do that as another reading for all 12 signs. But you're moving forward. You're happy. You are feeling lucky. Your life is expanding. So the only thing I see you eclipsing over the course of the next 6 months, Sagittarius, is this person. And for those of you where this person is already out, it looks like you are eclipsing any of the pain or heartache or wounding that they caused you. And look, with those 2 pages, this could be, a parental figure that did this to you in childhood. And this might just be the moment, for whatever reason, you have things going on in your life where it re-triggered those old wounds, and you are taking a walk down memory lane to revisit what this parent did to you. And it still would be healing that wound. So without a doubt, whether you're eclipsing this person or not, or you already did, this message is about you healing a wound within yourself and then meeting a new soulmate, which you are more than welcome to claim however you want to claim this person. I want to get a little bit more on them. So I'm going to use the After Tarot deck. Let's clarify this King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The King of Pentacles, Tower. Don't see this coming. Tower, 7 of Wands, and the Chariot. Well, isn't that interesting? Because you had the 7 of Wands here. Bottom of the deck, you have 5 of Swords, the Sun card, and the 2 of Cups. To the Death card. I'm telling you, this is a whole new person on your path. This is a whole new person on your path. After what appears to be, I want to clarify that 7 of Wands, but Sagittarius, I'm getting the feeling here. I have 2 very, very distinct groups of you. And I have a group of you where you are currently dealing with this person. Like, they are not out of your life yet. It's almost like you meet this person, I don't want to say while you're battling this person, but while you're trying to exit the connection. And for others of you, this is all of this internal back and forth that you're having while you're revisiting this pain and all of these experiences that you had with this person. And it's like just as you begin moving forward in your life, you're like, I think I finally healed this. I'm ready to move on, right? This happened a year ago or years ago, and I've healed it and I understand it now. The truth transcends the illusion. This person is no longer a mystery to me. I figured out the lesson here that they were supposed to teach me about self-worth, self-value, speaking up for myself, being kind to myself. This person comes in. Tell me more about this person. Clarify this more for me for this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the High Priestess and the High Priestess, the 2 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. This is not a toxic connection, because typically what we see in the Devil card are 2 individuals shackled to themselves or to the podium that the Devil presides over. In this card, in the After Tarot deck, the individuals are freed. They are no longer bonded to this toxic situation, environment, or connection here of the past, or the experiences or memories or pain that it caused. This is not a codependent. There's no decision here. Even in the After Tarot deck with the 2 swords, there's like no decision to be made here. You're going to feel like you've known this person your whole life. Like you go on the job interview and you're like, oh my God, I think I know this person. Yeah, you do. They're a past life soulmate, without a doubt. There's a feeling that you also feel at home with them. Not only are you coming home to yourself, but you're going to feel at home with this person. And it's a healthy home. It's not a toxic home. The 2 of you are moving forward together. There's future planning here, or future arrangements here being made. Without a doubt, a new person. I'm so curious to see what happens with the past person. We're just going to let them sit there and do that reading for another time. Anything else Sagittarius needs to know about the Emperor or Empress here? Again, I don't read body parts. Anything else they need to know about this person? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. This is your match. But remember, before you came out as the Queen of Cups. The 7 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. Remember what I said about staying in the present? Okay, there's going to be something here about you being in the here and now. Because as you open up your beautiful heart to this person, and you are attempting to become emotionally vulnerable, right? The Queen here is seen taking the lid off of the chalice, looking inside. Ooh, what's that? Oh, is that an Ace of Cups for me? For me? There's a feeling here. In the After Tarot deck, look at the 7 of Swords. It's like you're moving forward with your life, but you're afraid it's another trap. Is this another person who's deceptive? That's why it's so important for you to work on healing the wound that this person caused, whether they were in your life 20 years ago or 20 days ago. It's really important to work on that, because otherwise you'll have a difficult time existing in the here and now with the new person. You won't trust the new boss or the new friend or the new lover or even the new landlord. So there's something here of you constantly looking over your shoulder in this new connection, wondering, is the past going to repeat itself? And again, with the Eight of Cups, you've already moved on. You're the person in the red coat here. You've moved on. But emotionally, you're going to continue returning to what you walked away from. Because again, that wound is still open. So this is not going to be some magical thing here that happens for you, Sagittarius. I'm not going to be the tarot reader who blows smoke up your ass. This will require active participation, active effort on your part to heal that wound that this person caused within you. Again, regardless of when they've exited your life. It'll be important that you exist in the present with the new soulmate here. And that you're not immediately jumping to conclusions or coming from a place of pain or heartache or trauma and accusing them of doing things that they're not doing. This is a really solid person. This is like a really solid person. Let's get you some oracle cards and we'll close it off with kippers. I got to pull 3 cards on that past person. I'm so sorry. I will do a past person reading for all 12 signs. Maybe that'll be the bonus reading for March. Clarify this 5 of Cups here for this past person or soon-to-be past person. One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Swords. Remember I said cold? Queen of Pentacles. And the 10 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. Okay. Not sure we need to see more about this person. You're clearly detaching from them. The new person is nothing like them. Obviously, you're a highly intuitive sign. Probably more so because you watch tarot. People who watch tarot tend to be a little bit more spiritual in nature. So really lean into your intuition with the new person. Don't just be like, well, Jen from New Jersey said that they're cool, so I'm going to jump head first, into the deep end of the pool here. Obviously, use your intuition. But energetically, this doesn't look or feel anything like that. That is someone who betrayed your confidence, betrayed your trust, took advantage of you emotionally, was very cold towards you, didn't give you the pay raises that you deserved, really just took from you, took time, took love, took money. For some of you, took years of your life. I don't know why one of you needed to hear that. Clarify that King of Cups even more. I knew I was getting a cold energy off of that person. Tell me more about that King of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have Justice and the 5 of Wands. Well, look at you walking away from them. 10 of Swords. I told you. It's done. It's over. Or it will be over. And you will be coming out of the place of lack that this person helped to put you in, emotional or financial. This person now gets to continue their journey. Whether or not they want to do the work that is required for them to show up in the world in a different way is on them. But they'll no longer be hurting you after this 6-month period. Especially for those of you where this is like a past person, and you're going to spend the next 6 months actively healing that wound that they caused. At that, once that happens, once you're fully healed from that, there's no stopping you. Where you're going, the life you're creating, and this new person that you're meeting, regardless of who they are. Let's get you one oracle card now, my friend. For some of you, you're divorcing this person. I just have to throw that out there. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Trust. Remember I said you're going to have to exist in the here and now. Because that 7 of Swords is like, well, I don't want to get caught again. Like, I don't want to get stuck in another deceptive situation. So, yeah, you're going to have to learn how to trust this new person. And that's going to come from you trusting yourself. And the only way you're going to really be able to do that and trust your intuition is by healing that wound. Establish trust in yourself first and then others. Told you I didn't even read the card and I knew that. The bottom of the deck, potential. Unleash your inner potential and transcend these limitations. That's exactly what you're doing. Let's get you another card here. Definitely coming home to yourself. And for most of you, to someone else as well. Another oracle card here, please, for Sagittarius. One more shuffle. Thank you. Even the trust card, look, it's like shaped like a heart. I don't know if you can see that. The camera picks that up. Okay, moonlit path. Follow the moon's light. It leads you to truth. Well, solar eclipses and lunar eclipses are all occurring. So whatever happens here, just follow your truth. Remember, truth is going to transcend illusion about this person. The bottom of the deck, you have Celestial Gate. The door to the other realm is now open. Embrace the magic. And again, you have the divine gift of free will. You can continue staying with this individual. But it does mean energetically you're missing out on this person. You know, we do need to clean out energetic debris before we buy something new. It's like having a full capacity in your closet and you want to buy something new, but you have no room, or you have no wall space left, and yet you want to buy a large piece of furniture. It's like you need to create the space first. I'm not trying to equate this person to a couch, but I'm just trying to give you that visual idea of how I see energy. Typically, something needs to exit our life in order for something good to come in. And even if that person is gone, they leave this energetic field within us of hurt and pain and sorrow and resentment. And yeah, once that is healed, energetic space now is available for someone new to come in. And oh, let's get you some kippers, and then we'll close it out with that advice card there. So 6 kipper cards here, please, for Sagittarius. Yeah, be gentle of yourself during this process. Why did I put up with it? Why didn't I see it? What did you see all the cards that came out for this person? That is not on you. Don't come at me in the comments, crosswatcher. I'm not saying every Sagittarius on the planet is an angel. I'm saying the Sagittarius that I'm reading for went through hell with this individual. And you, crosswatcher, may be the individual. You may not be. Okay, if it's not your reading, you know, don't claim it either. Let's get another card here for that top row. Okay. And the bottom row. I didn't notice that this one came out also. So give me one more, and we're going to take that as a bonus there. Maybe that has something to do with the new person. We'll find out when we flip it over. Okay. Top row, courthouse. Mature man is in the reverse, and the marriage card came out on the side. Yeah, this is the individual that you're exiting. Mature man, mature woman. They don't seem to be very mature, to be quite honest with you. It is a soul contract that you had in your life, but they don't seem to be very mature. So again, I feel like this is someone who maybe pretends to be a king or a queen or an emperor or an empress, and really at the heart of it, they are a page. I was getting a little bit of a immature energy from them. So I do believe that this is a connection that either has already cycled out in your life, but you need to do some healing so we can fully get it out of your energy, or it's someone that you are working on departing from over the course of the next 6 months. Bottom row here, in the reverse, we have concern is in the reverse. You have privileged lady, which sort of came out on the side, and then you have sudden wealth. So I'm telling you, there's this feeling of, as you're departing from this individual, or you're healing the wound that they caused you, and you're just starting to get into the 9 of Pentacles, meaning single, free, and independent, either of the individual or of all of those feelings, you know, all of that pain that they cause within you. Just as you start on that road to recovery, you have this new person coming in. It's going to be your choice on whether or not you want to welcome them into your life. And what came out here for this person? Message. So, and there's that Knight of Swords there. So it appears to be some communication here over the course of the next 6 months between you and the new person. We have imprisonment, we have despair, and we have main female. You could be main female, you could be main male. This is what you're leaving behind. That despair, the imprisonment, and again, either it's a connection that you felt trapped in, or that restricted your growth, or again, something internal to you where it's a wound within you that you're healing. We're going to close it out with one advice card. I forget the name of this deck. I'm so sorry. I received it from a subscriber. I used it in some private readings when I used to do them. I just unfortunately don't have time to do them anymore. And I've used them as an advice card to close out the readings in this cycle. Sometimes the message here has something to do with the message that came out in the reading. Other times it doesn't. Just seems to be something extra here the source wants you to maybe just think about over the course of the next 6 months, or a little message for you to hold within you. Maybe even to comfort you during this next 6 months as you're processing this. One card here of advice for Sagittarius. One more shuffle. Thank you. Truth. There's a lot of stuff here about truth. My greatest truth lies within me, a divine voice that whispers from my inner self. I listen closely, releasing control. In doing so, I find the answers I seek. In doing so, I find the answers I seek. I am now in harmony with myself. Told you, coming back home to yourself. Embracing God's love. The truth that guides me towards my fullest radiance. This is kind of like all seeing eye. I think you're seeing the truth of the matter of this person, or why they were in your life, or what lessons you needed to learn from them. And for others of you, why you need to move on from them. Openness. I trust, again, that darn word, trust. I trust that when one door closes, another one will open. Today, I have faith in the universe, in myself, and in life. No matter what has happened before, I believe something better, or someone better, is on its way. And by letting go of the past, I'm ready to embrace the new opportunity that awaits me. Sagittarius, I feel like crying. So I'm going to wrap up your reading. Very emotional for me. And I have like no Sagittarius placements, but I have seen what you've gone through since I've done your reading since April of 2025, and you are on the brink of a beautiful new chapter now coming home to yourself. So bravo to you. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe. Please don't mess up my mascara because I have 3 more readings to do today. Please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hype the video if you're able to do that. Please be gentle with yourself as you move through this process, and know that something or someone better is waiting for you. And so I read for you again. I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.